Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back from a very sunny Amarish today. I'm in the mountains because we got some amazing news. And today is a little bit of a different topic because, yeah, you also see the cam already. But actually, we're going to talk about the future, the coming months of Planetside 2. So no Planetside Arena, no different games, just Planetside 2. And that's mainly because they just released a new dev letter with also an amazing PTS update. So let's dive directly into it. Let's go. The first thing you can see is this big bridge, of course, with the development letter called Honing the New Player Experience. And, well, let's dive into the text, I guess. Over the past few months, we've been focused heavily on performance and stability post DirectX 11 on PC, and also gearing up on our big and actually now released new Soldier update on PS4. So, what they've been doing, they've been looking for the technical stability, making sure we got a good technical foundation for the game. And I think we got it right now, so we can actually finally work towards more content, better Manta squads, better sanctuaries, all those things that make a game. Because, of course, having FPS is very important. Having a fluent game is very important. But in the end, you're not playing because of fluent FPS, you're playing because it is Planetside. So let's read on. With those initiatives complete, we figured that now will be a good time to talk about the next leg in Planetside 2's ongoing development. So, toward the end of the summer, we began making a serious commitment toward bettering the new played experience. We still have loads of new players coming to the game each and every day, and long-time players know how brutal this game can be for a fresh recruit. To that end, we've been working towards a more satisfying first experience, in hopes that those new players are excited to come back and stick around long enough to eventually become like solid veterans like the rest of us. I think that is a nice initiative because the game definitely needs more players. If we don't get more players, if we don't retain more players, in the end this game will be dead, because the player number is the thing that keeps the servers alive, keeps communities alive, keeps outfits alive, and I think it's a vicious circle if we lose more and more players. So, to that extent as well, I have actually seen some more advertisements on both YouTube and Google Ads. So if you are searching for, I think, CCLR, Planetside CCLR, a nice Planetside ad came up. So we're actually getting more and more new recruits as well. Well, let's read on. More Mantas. Earlier this summer, we released a new player channel, alongside an expansion of the Manta system. This system allows dedicated, helpful players to answer questions from lobbies, and provide guidance right from the start. In the future, we will be flagging trusted community members who speak in this channel without requiring a mentor rating, and we are considering reducing the requirements to speak in this channel overall. So I guess that maybe people like me, or actually people that are actually helpful for the community, for example in Planetside Discord, that those will get like a special mentor sign as well, and access to the mentor squad. Because right now, of course, I would love to help the lowbies, the newbies, but I simply do not have the time to work, to grind towards the mentor squad system or mentor rank system, because I also just want to play the game sometimes, and playing the game doesn't always mean mentoring new players. Let's be very honest with that. But okay, they're also considering reducing the requirements to speak in this channel overall, so even if you all have less time like me, you might have a better chance into getting into that new player, the new player chat. Yeah. But let's go on with the next point. So, we got modernizing the dev cam. Soon, you will be seeing a revision of the dev screen come to the public test server. And actually, that is already there. Let me show you quickly. Let me show you. This is so far the PTS update with the new dev screen. So, it pans in on your attacker. It flies with you, and I think it looks really slick. It looks really slick right now. So, it still might need some work. But this is right now only PTS, and so far I think it is at least really promising so far. So this would come to the public test server and eventually to live. So the question is, when are the bugs fixed? And then it will probably be pushed to live. This is a more modern style dev cam that offers a brief look at your killer before panning back to your corpse. We've heard compelling reasoning both for and against features like this in the past, and ultimately we feel that there are pronounced benefits for all players when it comes to learning base layouts and easing the frustration of quick and unexpected deaths. Especially guys, if you are a new player and you got killed and you don't know from where, that is really frustrating. And I can still remember when I started playing like a year ago, when I really started playing, and sometimes when you played against some real veteran players, that really felt cheeky. So right now, maybe you'll start to learn that it isn't premium weapons, it isn't, not being a premium player, it is really being less skilled than somebody else. But okay, I also do have a point. Somebody pointed it out to me. If you're playing as an infiltrator, this death screen will actually any longer hide your location. So if you have a nice spot as an infiltrator, yeah, that spot will be gone, because people will know where to go. And some people are really against this, but I personally think that infiltrators already got enough tools to be hidden. So therefore I also think that infiltrators should just learn how to move, kill one, move on, kill one, move on. So this wouldn't be, I think, really bad in the end for infiltrators. The new camera feels more in line with the pacing we see from modern day Planetside 2. How I read this personally is, well, we kind of have become also like a team deathmatch shooter. Respawn, kill, respawn, kill, respawn, kill. And of course, Call of Duty also got a gaff cam, so as Planetside, you can't be lacking behind there. No. In all seriousness, I do think it is a good change. But I would like to see it being, like, if you can toggle it off and on for those more veteran players, because I think the majority of players will just skip it. Or they want to skip it, especially the veterans. But let's go on. The better loading screens. A smaller feature we're currently working on is to make loading screens more contextual. New players, for example, might see loading screens with quick snippets about gameplay elements, like how generators will overload work, whereas a veteran player may see a typical gamut of loading screens currently available. So again, new play tips for new players, and I think for the more veteran players, just, the colorful loading screens as we know them right now. Also, to add to that, I think though that right now with SSDs, the loading screens are really short anyway. So, well, it doesn't make that much of a difference, does it? This system would also make holiday and event-driven loading screens easy to swap in and out as well. So, I hope this time when the winter is coming, we actually get winter events loading screens, and in the summer, we got summer event loading screens. Maybe. Then they start talking about tutorial modes. We're currently working on modular tutorials where new players can dive into specifics of different classes and elements of our gameplay, like capturing bases. While we feel the community will continue to be the best resource for new player guidance once their boots hit the ground, we do want to have structures in place that allow players to take a step back from the shark tank and learn at their own pace. These modules intend to replace introductory tutorial currently available for new players on the PC. And then my question is, what is the tutorial like on the PS4 right now? Is there even a tutorial? I don't know. The next topic on our list is the sanctuaries. In the July livestream, we showed off an early development version of the fresh new sanctuary zone for the first time. This feature was met with some confusion as the greater vision for why it was even seeing development wasn't made clear to the community. While it isn't time to reveal all our long-term goals for the zone, I can offer some context for initial implementation. So, the Sanctuary will be the first real social hub from Planetside 2. And when we say social hub, we're talking about a place where players of all sides, so all factions, can interact outside the war effort and access features that don't belong in a combat zone. So guys, proxy chat with all factions. It is happening. It is finally happening. It might be a bit toxic in the start, but I guess it might be fun as well. For the initial implementation, we'll be targeting the release of time-limited vendors of exotic and rare gameplay rewards, lore elements, and all faction voice and text chat. That's the proxy chat I was talking about earlier. But also, I think it's important to see the lore elements, so they're working on more lore and gameplay rewards. So what might be happening maybe if you get this win in Hossen, and you get this tropical camo it's called, you might have to go to the Sanctuary to collect it. And I think that's cool. That's cool. Maybe a bit more immersion when you get those nice, cool camos. But okay. Having a social hub in place also gives us a better holding area for players waiting in queue. Let us build out some lore elements we've been working towards in the background over the past year, and also create the necessary foundation for long-term gameplay elements we're looking to introduce next year and beyond. So, I guess if I read this correctly, they are doing this right now in the fall, and next year they want to extend on it. Then we've got the last part of this death letter, the mandate system. The last thing I want to talk about is probably the biggest system we're currently working on, one we're tentatively calling the mandate system. And to be honest, guys, I have to say, probably the biggest system we're currently working on. I thought that should be Usher. Usher, I think, should be the main priority right now. But okay, let's read on. Maybe this is cool as well. Mandates are time-limited challenges with concrete objectives and rewards given upon completion. For the first implementation, we're looking to create a system that can generate daily, weekly, and seasonal challenges, like the directive system, but more robust and forgiving, as well as create and trigger mandates via a script. That is interesting. How are they going to trigger new mandates after finishing, for example, a previous one? That might give some more RPG style elements. For example, I've been playing Guild Wars, and what happened? Once you completed a certain quest, it triggered a new quest. And I think that is interesting in a shooter. I haven't seen that before, so that is cool. We will be using mandates not only as a daily motivator, so a reason for you to log in, but also to incentivize participation when a context switch happens in a game. For example, an aerial anomaly event fires off, and you now have the time-limited goal of destroying enemy aircraft, delivering anomaly data, or supporting allied aircraft. If you don't do it, you don't get the rewards. Fair enough, I guess. The mandate system will make rewards feel more punchy and immediately obvious. It gives players a clear goal to complete, and it allows us to be more generous with rewards, while maintaining tighter control over current currency economies. While maintaining tighter control over currency economies. Like much of what we're working toward now, this is a system that will support the long-term development of the game. Long-term development of the game. Supporting long-term development of the game. I have been discussing this on stream earlier, but I'm kind of worried what this means. Long-term development of the game, that means money. In my eyes, that means money. To have long-term development, they need to pay developers. So what I'm thinking right now, is the mandate system also a way to monetize something else in Planetside 2? Because what I've been reading up to right now, all these things over here, Mentor Squad, free. Death Camp, free. Loading screens, free. Tutorial modules, not making any money out of that. Sanctuary might be a way to make some more money out of this free-to-play game. But mandates, well, maybe like a little battle pass system? That might be something I'm kind of worried about, but well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Maybe it's something completely different. Beyond the first implementation, we'll be looking to create communal mandates where multiple players contribute to the completion of the same goal. That is cool. That sounds really cool. For example, an entire faction could be working towards a seasonal mandate and be trying to complete it before the other factions do. Or an outfit could have its own mandate that elevates the entire outfit as a whole upon completion. So that is cool, actually. Normally, what you can do with an entire faction is you can work towards an alert win. That lasts like 1.5 hours max. This seasonal mandate can last, I think, weeks, months. That is something I think is really cool. It might actually make like the feel of a faction become even closer. But okay. Also outfits, by the way. Interesting. This isn't all we're currently working on. Usher is still in development. Sounds like backlog. NSO weapons and vehicles are on the way. That sounds sooner. Bug fixing, balance adjustments, and much more. But what I've mentioned above is our main focus heading into fall. The reality of game development entertains that these features may be changed, pushed back, or dropped altogether. But we do feel confident that everything on this list is worthy of our time and attention, and will help propel the game forward for the years to come. Really interesting, guys. This is really interesting to me. So these are the main focuses heading into the fall. Signed by Rel, lead designer, by the way. So this is what we're going to do in the coming months, guys. I hope you're stoked for this. Some things I'm really looking forward to. I think the mandate system is something probably really cool. The Sanctuary with the social hub and also the place to buy certain things with real merchants, that might be cool as well. Tutorial modules, it is a way to keep the new players in, I guess. Good enough. Better loading screens, okay, cool, I guess. Modernizing that camp, I think that might have some real potential. More mantas, always good, I guess. And well, that is the death letter, guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. And of course, like always, do like, do subscribe, and do leave a comment like I mentioned before. But that's me, that is Fable1, and I will see you soon with some more content.